Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back to another episode of the Red Galaxy in Aurora, and in previous episodes we were shot by the aliens that we found to our galactic north, and now we've refitted our Zagrants. So what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna send the destroyers now, because they do have their missiles. Actually, one thing that I have not done though is set their... hold on, ship combat. Assign all, so you need to go for the smaller one. You go for the bigger one. And... is that assign fleet? I believe does it. Yes, good. So now those have been set. And I'm pretty sure that ooh, actually, do I need to set the missiles for them as well? I reckon I do. Well, the anti-missile missiles for those, and Vladimir's for these. And same fleet again. But now they basically have the missiles loaded. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the... assuming that it's still near the Tom's jump point. So battle 1. You're gonna go into the Volgrad. Now the ship does have faster speed than we do, which is going to be a problem, but we'll move to there. We'll see if we can find them, and if we can't, then we'll maybe wait there for a month or so and then return. Start to do some patrols. We are building more destroyers now, and actually since we got the engine thingies, or the engine research for the fighters, we could technically start building some of those. So let's say we build... we don't actually have a particularly high speed of producing them, but let's say we build at least 3 of those, and then 1 leader. So that's going to be 1 carrier's worth of stuff. Now, of course, it's not a massive amount, like, it's going to take us still a long while to build those, but at least we don't, in Aurora Sea Shark, we don't need to have a hangar for the fighters to be able to build them, or otherwise they'll explode. Rather, the maintenance facilities will maintain them in any case. But yeah, now that we got the engine research, we can start building those. We are now focusing on getting the fuel consumption down a little bit more, and then magazine feed system efficiency. Once we get the reload rate 3 for the missile launchers, we will probably redesign our destroyers once again to switch from the current 40% launchers to 30% launchers, and still have, instead of about 10 minutes or less than 10-minute reload, it will go up to about 25 to 27 minutes, somewhere around there. But it will still be fairly handy. Like, the current 10-minute or under 10-minute reload is, generally speaking, too fast. Like, you'll have multiple salvos in the air, and if you manage to destroy the enemy, then all those other missiles will be destroyed, so it's a bit of a waste. But that does mean that we'll be able to fit in more launchers into the ship. And I'm not entirely sure how many we will be able to fit, but I reckon it's going to be quite a few. But anyway, let's get going, see if we can't get there in due time. I mean, it seems like we're going to be exiting this system rather quickly with the ship, so that's good. Let's actually switch over to Volgrad already. Hold on, was it the Tomsk jump point? Yes, I believe. Or was it the Brezhnev? It might have been the Brezhnev, actually. Yeah, no, it was the Brezhnev, not the Tomsk. Aha, my mistake. Right, so remove the last and go to the Brezhnev. We do have our active sensors on, but we should be able to spot any enemies if they exist there. There we go, the battle fleet is now here. We've got a decent range on the missiles there. Let's actually slow down to 8 hour. Actually, even the 8 hours is a bit too fast, quite frankly. See if they're still defending the jump point here. Or keeping an eye on it, because there might be. I reckon they just wanted to step aside once they saw that we had active sensors. But frankly, at this point, this galaxy is not big enough for both of us. Besides, this is our neighborhood. We need to keep it clear of... Ooh, I think they may have spotted us, or something has happened. Let's take it a bit slower. Well, the 5 minutes might be a bit too slow. Let's go with the 20 minutes. Oh, we can't see anything here right now. But something did trigger a shorter increment there at one point. Okay, how about you stop there for a little while? Remove last orders. So even with anti-missile missile we'll be able to shoot. I mean, technically we might be a bit too close, but at least we can see basically any ship that is jumping through there for the time being. And it's still decent enough range that we can start moving away and still have some time to shoot at them if they start chasing us. But hopefully we don't need to worry too much about that. But Brezhnev seems to be the closest place that they've been keeping an eye on. Taking a bit shorter increments here for a little while, but I think at this point we're going to start taking the hour increments. Just keep an eye if there's any shorter increments there, or if we find any enemies here. Well, it doesn't look like it. Let's try an 8-hour increment. If it's being slowed down, I mean, we should be far enough so that they won't be able to fire on us immediately unless they have missiles, but we haven't seen any signs of them having missiles, so we should be alright. Okay, still having the mineral shortages, as expected. Let's have a look. So how are the missile, or the... Okay, the fighter is coming along very slowly. Actually, that's something that we should probably do. We should also build some more fighter factories, so get another 15 at 45%. It will take some time though, but eventually. Oh right, we're getting more construction factories over there as well, which is actually going to be rather handy. So I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so population in Pravda has grown to 7 million. You could support 8.2 million, which isn't too bad. Also, how's the environment coming along? Slowly. I did lower the max atmosphere of nitrogen to 0.3 atmospheres. It's still going to take a while to be completed, but we're getting there slowly. At some point we do need to get some terraforming modules, because that's going to be more effective, but at the same time, at least we can do a little bit there. Although, quite frankly, the terraforming installations, actually, they don't take that massive amount of workers. They do take some workers. If we didn't have them here, then there'd be more available. Or at least the deficit would be a bit less. Now, there is the fact that we have 2 Crown Force training facilities here. Actually, we might want to transfer them, or one of those, to Kazakhstan. How much are we producing crown units here right now? Nothing. Ah. Well then, I suppose I could get another Italian headquarters. And maybe get a mechanized company and a motorized company. Well, actually, no, I'll get some... I do have a tank company, don't I? Yes, medium tank company. It's a bit of a big one. Or, like, it doesn't have a lot of units, but it might be enough to punch through some enemies. Hopefully. So there's going to be another battalion under construction. In Pravda, we're not training any units right now. And frankly, the fact that we are losing quite a bit of money does kind of point to the fact that we probably should be waiting a little. Hold on. Oh, right, yeah, that's... Within the last month, we still were doing the ship refits. Well, we are also building some ships, so that is costing us a decent bit as well. But we are no longer refitting anything. So building one of the bigger tugs, which will get one of those cargo containers with it, and that should allow it to go a little bit faster at least. And it has a pretty good engines and all that. Right, let's keep on going. If they arrive here or not, I mean, it could be that they just... I mean, I suppose it could have been just a exploration ship that went through... Like, can we see contacts... lost contact 1 month ago? Where was that? It doesn't show... where that was. Wait, no. Would it be through here then? No, there's nothing in here. So no, it was in... Oh, right, Brezhnev. Okay, no, I can't see it here. Hey, hold on a minute. Maybe I'm misremembering. We are currently at Volgograd. I suppose we could go to Brezhnev and have a look at what's in there. Right, to go to Brezhnev, go towards the Novosibirsk. See if we can't find anything there. Alright, let's take it slow. It's going to be a bit of a distance here, so I'll take it relatively slow that we can keep sure that we'll spot anything that is potentially coming at us. But I'm kind of anxious to test my missiles. I know that the missile designs are not particularly good. On the other hand, we only have nuclear pulse engines right now, so it is a bit limited capabilities. Okay, Troop 1 has completed order, so that means that we should be getting the geological survey on the A5 at some point, and it does have good survey potential, so we might be able to get a bit more minerals in here. It does have a lot of accessibility, and if I remember... Oh, yeah, the colonization cost is a bit high there. I'm guessing it's mostly because it's bloody cold, and of course there's no atmosphere. Yeah, that's mostly it. I mean, gravity isn't terrible. It's half of what we have in our home planet, but other than that, not too bad. But I think at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to declare them as hostiles. Taking it steady. There might be something at the jump point, although they might spot us long before we spot them. And honestly, I have no idea how well my ships are going to be handling. I mean, it depends a lot on how good anti-missile capabilities they have. I'd reckon they probably have some sort of capabilities. We found nothing at the jump point. The question is, if they still have the forces at Novosibirsk, we probably don't want to get too close. Okay, take it a tiny bit more. So that we'll be more or less within the anti-missile range as well. So, or at least the sensor range is covering the jump point. Right, now I'll stop the movement for a little bit. We're currently being deployed for not all that long, quite frankly. So, remove last. We'll wait here for a little while. See if they want to get through or not. Let's see, is there anything... Nothing so far. I don't want to stay here too long, but maybe for a couple of days at least. Do a bit of a sortie here, so to speak. I'll wait until the next build cycle and then I might pull back. Let's actually take it a little bit longer increments here. But yeah, we have so far taken very little damage, fortunately. Okay, surely complete on the Red Star Mark II. And then the regular shortage is going on. Right, I think we will move you back to the Volograph system. And are you currently... Hold on, which system are we in? We are in Brezhnev. Why don't we actually go... Like, move to the various jump points. Probably not the best order of things to do, but we'll quickly go and check them and then standard transit and refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. Are we still... Yes, we still have full ammo, which we should. But we didn't find any... Oh, right, that's the lost signal. Oh, actually, so which direction was it going? I don't remember anymore. Does it? It doesn't list the direction either. May have been just doing some surveys here, quite frankly. It could be a survey vessel with the size of that. Wouldn't exactly surprise me. Now, in all fairness, we do have the troops in Brezhnev, but that's about it. They're doing the archaeology stuff. Right, so we're going there, then back there, and then back home. So this may take a while with that ship. Okay, we got the battalion HQ. Commander has been assigned, and the usual stuff. I mean, yeah, as soon as we get another cargo ship that is available, let's actually have a look. So your orders are still over 2 months long. Although you are about to end your orders, I think we could transport the cargo or the ground unit training facility away from Pravdal to relieve a lot of the workers there. You still have over a year of travel time left on that. Alright then. How much fuel do you have left? Oh, plenty. And the colony ship is still going back and forth. How is the colony situation in Pravdal? 7.14 million. It's still growing rather quickly. And how much are they making infrastructure per year? 14.3, so not a lot, of course, also what they produce here, so that's another 59 per year, so okay-ish. So that's still going to take over a year to be completed right now with this current speed, of course. If we can lower the worker shortage a little bit, and it's actually going down a tiny bit, then we won't be able to fix that. Okay, we got the size 6 anti-ship missiles completed, and we started on the... Actually, we are producing both of the size, or the anti-missiles and the anti-ship missiles, size 3s. So Boris's and Vladimir's are both under construction now, and we did set them to be produced in somewhat of a ratio that will produce both of them at the same time, or the same speed, more or less. Of course, the anti-missile missiles, we do need a lot more. So I could potentially switch those numbers back to 50-50. I mean, if we have a look at the stockpiles, we have 10 anti-missile missiles here. We got 100 of the size 6, and we got about 70 of the size 3, so we got decent armament still. Although one destroyer takes 66 of the size 3s and like 120 of the anti-missile missiles, so that's kind of what's causing the shortage there. But at least we have some missiles, of course. We could get some better missile designs now, because we have increased the max power to for the missiles to 350%. Still not massive. Ooh, factory sword. 4 abandoned close-in weapon systems 200. Oh. Well, I'll be. And that's in Pravdov. Close-in weapon system would technically be missiles and kinetics. But at the same time, I suppose it does show the advantage that we've gotten even in here, so it doesn't matter if we scrap them here. Oh no, it's actually over here. Oh yeah, okay. Disassemble all. Let's have a quick look. What did we get out of that? Data learned. 200 points. Ghost cannon rate of fire 4. Ooh. Okay, then 40 for fire control range, fire control speed, anti-transmitter strength, ooh, fire tracking speed, electronic countermeasures, ghost cannon rate of fire. So it's basically cycling through those. Alright, let's have a look. So how close are we getting some better ghost cannons then? Also, turret tracking speed, okay, so we got 10% on that. And then the ghost cannon rate of fire, 3, okay, it's still, well, 800 points is not terrible, to be fair. And then if we have a look at the sensors of fire control, the active strength 16 is now a little closer, as well as the fire control range for the beam weapons and the speed. Okay, so we are getting some decent stuff from there. Alright then. Let's keep on going though. Seeing a bit shorter increments here, just so that we know that we are actually not hitting anything head on those jump points. Or rather, we don't jump into the beam weapon range accidentally. Right, we got a mechanized company in Kazakhstan, so let's actually start assigning that under there. And I suppose I could get a regiment headquarters already into queue. So that would be over there. Create a task. That would already fill that one entirely. But yeah, let's actually have a look at the wealth right now. So now that we're no longer doing the refitting, we're still shipbuilding quite a bit, so it actually didn't lower the expenditure there. Let's have a look. 1 year. How much are we losing? Oh, so we have less than 2 years of wealth right now. We are, of course, getting some financial centers at least, so that should help a little bit. Not massively, though. Another thing that we could do, actually, if we could transport the ground force construction complex from, or one of these, to Kazakhstan, it's going to increase the amount of workers that we have that will be taxable workers, I think. So that would increase the tax income a little bit. Also, it would increase the production rate over here quite nicely. How much are we mining right now? Over 1,000 tons per year. Of course, that is at 77% efficiency. That's not, like, yeah, it could be better. Stalino now is producing almost 200 tons, which is still rather pathetic amounts, but it's getting better. And they're already transferring all this stuff from here. There's still some available workers. I'm kind of tempted to... Hold on, they do have corundium here. They actually got a decent stockpile of corundium right now, so I might be tempted to bring in some construction factories here so that they can start doing their own... Actually, they can produce not only their own mines, but also their own construction factories that way. And slowly but surely increase the productions there. I mean, the total accessibility is only 1.5, which isn't great, but it's not the worst either. Now, if I remember correctly, this is 1.1, it's a lot of resources there. But it has too high gravity, so we'd have to use the either orbital habitats or automated mines here. It could get a lot of galacite though. Then the A5, we are currently doing the survey here, so we might find some more resources there. Then there's the B1, which actually has pretty good accessibility and a lot of resources. Not terrible gravity either, but the temperature is quite toasty at 760 Celsius. So yeah, no breathable atmosphere. So this would be... Honestly, this might not be a bad place for automated mines. productions would be pretty high. We'd be able to transfer the stuff that we mine here into, for example, again to Pravdo, and then from Pravdo we are actually going to be constructing another mass driver there, just so that we'll be able to transfer enough of the minerals back to home. But yeah, B1 wouldn't be bad for automated mines. What about B2? If I remember correctly, you got some resources, but only 1.1 total accessibility. You got decent gravity, but very high pressure. So, oh goodness, 1900 infrastructure per million population. That's a bit. I mean, temperature is a bit high. I mean, on the other hand, let's have a look. So, how many atmospheres do they have? Pressure. Temperature factor is pretty high, and atmospheric pressure. Alright, yeah, I suppose if we could get the Aurora and then there's sulfur dioxide there. Once we get the terraforming modules into ships, we can then start terraforming this into more inhabitable place, and I think at that point we might be able to make this into a decent-ish colony. I reckon. Well, at least we can make it much more profitable, but yeah, I mean, they got a lot of titanium, some calisite and duranium. Actually, a lot of duranium, but not good accessibilities. We can't find any more here, which is a bit of a problem. What about the situation here? So they got calisite and duranium, and we already went through this. Okay, so not great, not terrible. Oh, it's actually rather terrible. A lot of duranium again, but that's about it. But anyway, we seem to be out of time, so I will be doing another time skip in between the episodes to do some of the more menial stuff and so forth, but I should be bringing you back some point before the end of the year at least, or if we find some enemies or something like that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.